welcome to my channel. It is Christian here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I thought that I would do a makeup tutorial. It has been a hot minute since I've done a makeup tutorial. I usually kind of like to stick to reviews and kind of like first impressions. I don't really like to dive too deep into doing the whole putting the makeup on my face on the camera type situation, but I decided to go ahead and recreate the look that I'm wearing today. A lot of you really like this eye look that I am wearing in one of my most recent videos. A couple of you requested it. I decided to go ahead and film this look today. So yeah, you guys, if you were interested in seeing the look that is on my face and how I got it, then you're in the right place and you're going to want to go ahead and keep on watching. But before I get into the video, I just want to say that if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you don't mind, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. And if you are not new to my channel, welcome back. And yeah, you guys, let's go ahead and just get right on into it. All right, guys, so I figured we could get ready together. So we're going to start with priming my face. And I'm going to take the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Priming Spray. So we're just going to use this kind of as a first step. I'm almost completely out of this. My skin is feeling a little dry today. I'm going to take the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. Just give me a little extra hydration. One, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. At two, don't let him in. You'll have to kick him out again. I've been obsessed with that song. I'm going to take the tiniest bit of this Dior Pore Minimizing Primer. And I'm just going to take literally like that much on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to work it into my pores. And the teeniest bit on my nose. And then we're going to go in with the YSL All Hours Foundation. I have mine in the shade BD25, which is warm beige, I believe. I am completely out of my Laura Mercier foundation, which I'm trying to wait till the VIB sale to pick it up again. And I decided to give this foundation another chance. It was kind of expensive. I didn't love it as much as my Laura Mercier, but I tried it yesterday and I think it wore pretty well on my skin, so I decided to go ahead and give it another shot. One, no pick up the phone. And I'm going to take it on a damp beauty blender, which is also falling apart. The VIB cell could not get here fast enough. And I'm just going to start with 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And I'm actually going to start on the perimeter of my face instead of in the middle, like the center, like I normally do. Because I want to put less foundation towards the center of my face. So that way it doesn't get as dry around my smile lines and crackly as around my smile lines. I've been doing that the last couple of days and it's kind of been helping. And then on the inner corner of my eye, I'm going to take a little bit of the IT Cosmetics by Under Eye in Light. This is too light for my complete under eye, so I just kind of use it on the inner corner just to kind of get rid of that darkness. It's right in there. We're taking a little bit of the Naked Skin corrector in pink. And then I'm just kind of blending that in. And then since I don't apply as much foundation in the center of my face, I'm gonna rely a little bit more on concealer to kind of cover up everything else that I need to cover up. And for that, I'm gonna be using the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. And I'm taking it a little bit lower because I also want to cover up a little bit of the redness that's left on my cheeks. Right here, you guys, I'm just kind of highlighting the center of my forehead, and then I'm also taking a little bit of concealer around the sides of my mouth where I still have a little bit of redness, and then I'm also going to use it to kind of mask some of my blemishes since I went in with not as much foundation as I usually do, and then I'm just basically blending that out with a beauty blender. And I'm going to take a little bit of my Born This Way powder, and I honestly think there's a little bit of the Peach Perfect powder in here as well. And I'm just going to pour a little bit in my lid. I'm going to quickly set my under eyes. And I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury powder in the shade 2 Medium and then kind of set the rest of my face lightly. Then I'm going to take my Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze Powder. And we're just going to bronze up my skin. Oh, my hair. Then I'm going to take Tarte's Exposed. Then I'm going to take the new the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. The footage of me applying the highlighter was a little too blurry, so I cut it out. But basically right here, I am just carving out my cheekbones a little bit more with some translucent powder. Going in with my first transition shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am using the Sephora Pro Tapered Crease Brush number 19 just to kind of get my first transition shade down, and then I'm just going to go back and forth kind of rocking it in my crease in windshield wiper motions. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing here. This look, you guys, requires a lot of blending. I have not picked up a different brush. I haven't really picked up a lot of other colors. I'm just using the same transition shade, and I'm really just trying to get my crease lightly defined since I have hooded eyes. I'm taking the color a little bit above my crease, but also into my crease at the same time. Now we're going in with my second transition shade. This is my MAC Duo Fiber brush that I don't know the name of. I've had this brush for like a bazillion years. I'm taking this color basically right on top of the first color I laid down, but then a little bit above it, sticking with the windshield wiper motions. I'm literally doing the exact same steps over and over again, just really trying to define the crease that I kind of don't have. And yeah, so it's a lot of blending in this look. It's a lot of going back and forth, a lot of different brushes, and just really take your time, build up the color really slow. If you have a natural crease, then you are lucky, and you probably won't have to spend as much time as I am working in between each shade because I'm really trying to define that crease. Now I'm trying to add a little bit of depth and dimension by going in with a slightly darker shade, and I'm placing this one a little bit lower than the second transition shade that I applied. This color for the most part is going to get completely covered up with the next shade, but this is just so I can have a little bit better of a gradient between the two lighter shades that I laid down and then the darker shade that I'm going to put on top of this guy. I am also using a little bit more of a denser brush, and then I switched over to my MAC 221. The pink brush that I was just using was a Luxie brush. I will link it down below. And right here, I'm just really carving out that crease, and you can kind of start to see that my crease is looking a little bit more defined than it was just a second ago with this darker color. But I'm literally just doing the exact same steps over and over again. But now, so what I'm doing now is basically just blending out all of the shades that I've applied on my eye. And this is the darker shade that we were going into. And this is going to be kind of like a halo eye. So I'm really just packing the color on the outer portion of my eye. This is a Japanesque brush. This is an 836 Japanesque brush. I picked it up at Ulta. And you can kind of see me packing the color on, like kind of looking down, then looking back up, because I want this color to go slightly above my crease, but I also don't want to have too much color right away. I want to build the color into my crease slowly. So that's kind of why you see me packing and then kind of looking in the mirror, packing and kind of looking in the mirror, because I want to make sure that this color is placed exactly where I want it. And then I am going to place this color in the inner corner right here. That's what I'm doing right now with a MAC. I believe that's a MAC 242, and it's basically the exact same step. I prefer using a MAC 242 whenever I do a halo eye because it allows me to apply the color exactly where I want it, as opposed to going in with a fluffy brush that might just get the color a little bit too out of control. And so yeah, you guys, this is the start of my halo eye. Now I'm back in with the MAC 221, and I don't have any extra color on my brush. I'm basically just kind of connecting the inner and the outer corners with the color that was already laid down on my lid. And then I will eventually go in with more of that beautiful green shade. But right now I just really want to work on my blend and taking my time. And you'll also notice in just a second when I start working on the inner corner, blending that out, you'll see that I kind of tilt my head in the opposite direction. I've noticed that whenever you want to do a halo eye or really get a dark pigmented color in your inner corner, it's easier to tilt your head in the opposite direction of that you're blending your brush. So that way the color will just easily get in there really, really nice. And it'll make it a little bit more diffused, and it'll just be a little bit easier to blend. That's something that I've kind of noticed. So that's what I'm doing right there, you guys. Right here, I'm just picking up the original transition shade, and this is a clean Morphe. It's like the same thing as the MAC 217. I'll link it down below. I can't remember the number. And basically, I'm kind of marrying the green shade in between the darker brown that I applied earlier. And then I'm going to go in with some glitter glue because we are about to apply the most beautiful lid shade ever. Taking this green, and I will be applying it with my finger. I very rarely apply shadows with my finger, but the impact with this color is just stunning whenever you apply it with your finger. You just get the best color payout possible. And then I'll kind of blend it out with the brush. And then what you'll kind of see me doing is I have the matte green that I have in my crease on one side of the brush, and then I have the shimmery shade on the other side of the brush. So I kind of go back and forth, and I'll flip the brush from one side to the other just to kind of make sure I have a really, really nice blend. And then I'm kind of just picking up more product and just kind of blending everything together. This is another like a greeny blue shade, and I just wanted the lid to pop a little bit more, so I decided to go ahead and add this on top. Same thing, flipping my brush back and forth between the mattes and the shimmers, and then going in and blending it out with the original matte green. And here I am taking the Anastasia Glow Kit, and I'm going to be using, I don't know what color, Lucky Clover I believe it is, and I'm going to be applying that in my inner corner. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of that on the lid just to give me that extra little bit of pop, and that's what you see me doing right here. Just to give me a little bit of extra dimension and just to make the look just really, really green and just really beautiful. And then I'm kind of blending everything together one last time. Now I'm going in with the black just to add the tiniest bit of dimension. I don't want too much black on this look because I don't want the black to overpower the green, but I kind of felt that I needed something a little bit more to kind of ground the look. So I'm just taking a little bit of the black kind of right next to the shimmer shades, and then I'm just really nicely blending them out. And then we're going to do the exact same steps pretty much on my lower lash line that I did in the crease area. I am taking the NARS eyeliner, Larger Than Life eyeliner in the shade Santa Monica Boulevard. So I went ahead and applied my mascara off camera, and on my lips, I just wanted something glossy and really light. So I went in with the Hourglass, what are you called? The lip stylos, and this is in the shade Influencer. And this was in this kit right here. I have really been enjoying this lip color. I've been wearing it quite a lot actually. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much it. I don't have really anything else to say other than I really hope that you did enjoy this makeup look. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.